Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is August 22nd, 2026, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see. Oh, let me maximize this quarterly chart, resize this, and what I see is almost a doji forming at the top on the Russell. The Russell has pushed back a little bit and looked like it didn't close above 300 this time. Again, that could have been all because of the option expiration, the thing that's going on and they want to close this thing below 300. That's where a lot of call options were sold, the put options were sold to keep the minimum up 4 cents within 4 cents and all. Even if you had sold the put, you probably could still, it still was, you could have closed it and made some money. If you sold the call, you definitely made some money at 300 and all. And that's enough of that. Let's go down to our well, the thing is, we're seeing a doji here at the top. So be careful, be careful, be careful. Let's go down to our monthly chart and see what we see here. On this monthly chart, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And all in what I see here on this monthly chart, we're still above the 9-10 moving average. So technically, we are in a bull market, and we're still above pivot, which is still good. And we still got that, again, we're going to have that higher high and these higher lows and that higher high. The thing is that you got to look at, we're getting this wick on this candle right now, and this body has gotten down here to this level right here. So again, like I say, just be careful, be careful, be careful. We are getting a little sell off in this market and a little pressure on the sell side, and this thing is pushing down a little bit. So be careful, be careful, be careful. All right, let's go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, what we see here on this weekly chart, we see another piercing type pattern, at the top, with a green candle, red candle piercing pattern, and we close right at a resistance 1 level, which could act that as support, because again, this is where we broke out at, somewhere up here in this level right here, breaking out above 300, and we close right below 300 this week. So again, that gets me back to that be careful, be careful, be careful thing. I'll zoom in here just a little bit more, or make those candles a little bit bigger, and you can see, this is the close point, this right here, 299.96. We got just below 300 for a close. We're right at a resistance 1 level. Come next week, we need to see if this thing is going to reverse back up, and this was just an option expiration type thing that was actually happening at the time, because we were looking like we was getting ready to start a nice little uptrend, but it didn't quite make it there. We didn't get that third candle that I like to see in that upward trend and all at this time. But that's all I really see here. Let's go ahead and go down to our daily noise and wrap this on up. And all in on this daily noise, like I had said, let me erase that. We are getting this downwards. On this daily picture, we can see this week we ended up down. Last week we had this bullish engulf. Let me back up. We had this bullish engulfing, like I said, but it was in the wrong location. Again, that's why you can't, when it's in the wrong location, you definitely better wait on your confirmation candle and see what this thing was going to do. And then the next day we ended up with an inside day doji, and then whatever reason this thing gapped down and all. So again, that's why it's kind of so important to study your plans, your strategies and all, and see how well they work. Based on my experience, I know when I got a bullish engulfing at the top, be careful, be careful, be careful type thing. And then it had made all-time highs and stuff. But again, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I can say. All right, but what I see coming up next week looks like, that's why I'm saying, come next week, we will be opening up below pivot, so we can slip a little bit more, but this looked like it was a pretty strong Friday. They knew they could push this thing back up a little bit. They had dropped a little bit more, and looked like we had a higher lows and higher highs Thursday, Friday. The question is, can we get it come Monday? Can we get a close above this pivot line? If we get a close above this pivot line, now I can expect us to go back up here and start attacking these tops. This is the only one I'm looking kind of positive about that can actually maybe reverse and head back up. The other indexes are looking really kind of weak at this time to me. Like they will slip before they Like they will drop before they pop. That's why I usually say a lot. And that's pretty much it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.